One question I have for you, DT, is I'm from New Jersey originally, and I went to school in Alabama, and it's a big difference from New Jersey. So how are you adjusting to life in New Jersey, and how are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it pretty well. I mean, it gets cold here. I mean, snow out of nowhere, but Washington State, it was about the same. So I'm pretty used to the cold. I mean, obviously, never had a problem with the cold. I mean, I like it here. It's calm, peaceful. I mean, obviously, you got teams in the NFL that plays in the snow and stuff like that. So really, just preparing myself for that time that comes.
Huh.
Absolutely. And one thing I've wondered, how would you say that defenses have changed recently over the past few years that makes it so much harder for offenses to execute? What kind of defensive schemes have made it much more difficult to really execute and have a consistent, consistently move the ball?
I mean, when teams drop eight, in North Texas, we threw the ball a ton, and a bunch of teams started figuring out our scheme. They started dropping eight. I mean, that's pretty hard, to beat when the team drop eight and you're like a spread offense, that throws the ball a lot.
Yeah.
So I say dropping eight against a team is pretty hard, but I mean, it's beatable, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose that sort of works to your strengths when you're in the slot, though, right? Because when they play eight, they'll be doing a lot more check down passes, and obviously the check down receiver is usually the slot receiver. So that should, in theory, if people play eight again next year, you should continue to get a lot more of those short catches where you get a lot of yards after catch. Correct?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can throw the short passes or you can run the ball. That obviously make a defense change their scheme up and probably try to, come up, play the run or play the short pass, and that's when you go over the top. But yeah, I'm excited here. I'm excited to be here. I mean, I bring a lot to the table. I'm ready to stretch the defense. Take some deep shots and just win, man. Win
Yeah,
the championship.
absolutely.
That's the plan.
That's a great mindset to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, when I was looking at some of your highlights, the word electric comes to mind. Like you can make people miss, and you've got the speed to outrun a secondary clearly. So, is part of the game plan going to be to just get you in open space and let you do your thing?
I mean, it's pretty much the same, as they've been running. But I mean, obviously, I think they're trying to work up some new stuff. A bunch of different things to use me and get me open in space. And then you got two giants on the outside, so it's really going to be hard to defend us this year. I can tell you that. You try to take the deep balls away, they hit me with the short balls, or run the ball or whatever. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be an exciting season. I can say that.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a little more sort of Cliff Kingsbury style offense this year. Losing an amazing running back, but you have three in committee to replace him, and then you have KJ Duff outside too, who that man is physically gifted, and you're versatile. I don't even know what the adverb for that would be, but you have a lot of versatility to your game. Do you see that as more of a compliment, and sort of where do you think that your game complements with his?
Yeah, I mean, he can take the top off too. So I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard to, guard all of us. I mean, he can go up and get it. Ian can go up and get it. They can stretch the ball down the field. I mean, it's gonna be a pretty amazing show this year. I can tell you that.